Hi everybody, this is Eileen. Hope everyone's having a good week. My week was going good. I had originally come down to 269 over the weekend, and that was going out a couple times. And then Sunday we went out to a restaurant and we got drinks and appetizers, and I even got dessert. And then the scale went up almost 5 pounds. So I was even down so low that I think I had talked about before that every 10 pounds I lose, I'm going to buy like a Beanie Baby to mark that 10 pounds. So here's what I got. I got this little chicken because the scale on both Saturday and Sunday said 269. And then yesterday it said 274. And I was like, oh no. And then today, my scale said 273.6. So I thought, well, at least it's coming down. But I'm going into my Weight Watchers meeting thinking, you're going to have a gain. And lo and behold, I had a gain of zero point 0.4. So this is my third week in Weight Watchers. I've gone from 273.6 to 273.0, back up to 273.4. I'll just try and show you there. But we were talking about tracking was the subject of the meeting today, and somehow it got to me. I usually don't talk in meetings at all. At all. And then she mentioned, we were talking about, I think we got on the subject of restaurants. And I was kind of sitting there nodding my head, and she kind of looked at me, and I said, well, I went out a couple times this week, overdid it. You know, you go out to a restaurant, you want to order what you like, and had a couple of drinks, and, she gave a talk about, when you go out, you want to order what you want, and you can either move on from it and learn from it, or you can prepare yourself and know where you're going and kind of order the way you should. Or you can just enjoy yourself and move on. But I think my goal for this week on every Points Plus tracker, I love holding up my Weight Watch stuff. It says this week I commit to, and I'm going to write down, I commit to going to restaurants a lot less. And my husband and I both agreed that we are not going to do restaurants this week. Except for Saturday, I'm taking my oldest son out to lunch. But usually Thursdays, my husband gets paid and then we'll go out to eat because he doesn't feel like cooking or I don't feel like cooking, and he doesn't love his errands after work, like going to the bank, going here, going there, paying some bills. And then, it gets a little bit later and you just don't want to cook, so you go out. And he said, we're both, not going to do that this week. He even, after Sunday, he hasn't been on the scale. He's lost about 18 pounds. It's so much easier for men, I'm telling you. But he's lost about 18 pounds, but he hasn't been on the scale the last 3 days. He said, I'm going to stay away from the scale for a while until the weight comes down. So, but me being I'm trying to think of the word, habitual scale weigher. I take out the scale every morning, and I noticed that it had gone up. And then of course kicking myself. Why did I go to that restaurant? I would have been down. But you can't beat yourself up for it. You just gotta pick yourself up and move on. And today is the day of the new week for me, and I haven't been over my points. If anything, I've been under my points. And I know I should really be trying to get as close to my actual points as possible. But I've been a couple points shy of my target point. And I'm just gonna commit myself to not going to restaurants this week. Um, Except for, like I said, my 19-year-old son has been living with his grandfather, and he might be coming home back to live with us, so we thought it'd be nice to take him out to lunch Saturday. So we'll probably go to like Wendy's, and I am already preparing to have one of their salads. So that's kind of preparing myself ahead of time. And we probably went out to eat this week. I want to say 1, 2, 3 times. And I only gained 0.4. So I guess that's not too bad. Would have been nicer if I stayed the same, but, what can you do? So that's really it for me. I also joined eTools yesterday, by the way, which I'm going to do both. I'm going to do the eTools and I'm going to do the paper tracker. And hopefully have a better weigh-in next week. We had one woman today in meeting made her goal. She lost like 21 pounds. And another girl who made her 5%. And I just can't wait until that's me. And I know if I just keep moving on, that I'll get there eventually. Okay. It's getting late, so I gotta have my breakfast. I never eat before I go to my meetings. So I'll talk to you all next week. Have a good week, guys. Mwah. Bye-bye.